कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। Gayatri Mahamantram is a very revered mantra in Sanatana Dharma, also known as Hinduism. Though there is a Gayatri for every Devata, there is a Vishnu Gayatri, Lakshmi Gayatri, Hanumat Gayatri, Garuda Gayatri. The Surya Gayatri, the one that invokes the blessings of Surya Deva, thereby his Antaryami called as Narayana, the Paramatma, is called Surya Gayatri or Savitri. It has 24 letters. Tat Saviturva begins. So we have 24 letters. All these 24 letters have been coded in the shlokas of the Ramayana by Valmiki. The last 4 shlokas have one shloka from the Yuddha Kandam and the 3 shlokas are from the Uttara Kandam. Sita, who draped herself in the silk sari and with beautiful ornaments, reached the amphitheater. Now we call the amphitheater where people assemble, right? So while they had all gathered there, Sita reached in the palanquin. Rama said, let her come down, walk down. Let her prove her chastity by walking on the fire. That is when she puts her palms together, because the only person whom she knew besides Rama was Lakshmana, to light the fire up so that she can walk into the fire. So she invokes the blessings of Agni Devata, the Vaishvanara, by saying so. This is the 20,001th verse, 20001. Pranamya devatabhyascha Brahmanebhyascha Maithili Baddhanjali puta cheta duvacham Agni samipataha. She went close to the fire, Agni samipataha, and she put her palms together. Then she said, Yatha me hrudayam nityam napasatpati raghava tatha lokasya sakshi mam sarvataha patupavakaha yatha mam shuddhacharitram drishtam janati raghavaha tatha lokasya sakshi mam sarvataha patupavakaha. So she requested Agni Devata to speak the truth, to spell the truth to the people. So this is the 21st verse. Now, Agni Devata later came and informed why this Agni Pariksha should happen will be discussed in the forthcoming episodes. Agni Devata came and said that her Patimratyam is causing bruises in me, Rama. She is the Devata of purity. And Rama accepts Sita, and then Sita and Rama, they take a journey back to Ayodhya because the 14th year was getting over. Rama dispatched Hanuman in order to save Bharata from falling into the blazing fire. Rama and Sita go to Ayodhya, Pattabhishekam is held. Then we have many sargas in the Uttarakandam that describe the past. Vali's past, Ravana's past, and what incidents happened after the Pattabhishekam. So, while describing such incidents, Valmiki describes the flashback of Ravana. Ravana, who deemed himself very fit, very strong, was once flying by Himalaya Kailasha Pradesham. That is when Nandi stopped him and said, now there is an ekantam between Mahadeva, Shiva and Parvati. Do not go this side. But Ravana thought, who is this Shiva or Parvati to stop me? They want ekantam, right? I will give them a better ekantam. And he wanted to disturb the Parvatam of Kailasha. So he goes and with all his arms, he tries to move and cause tremors in the Kailasha Parvata. While he does so, Parvati, who was seated next to Shiva, was caught by the tremor, and in that fit of fear, she embraces Shiva. So Ravana has disturbed the Parvatam. Because of the tremor caused, Parvati is embracing Shiva, and here is born the 22nd shlokam in that juncture. Chalanat parvatendrasya gana devascha kampitaha chachala parvati chapi tada shlishta mahishwaram. So she embraced Shiva. Shiva thought it is a good opportunity, but he tried to press his toe down, thereby causing the pressure, and Ravana couldn't move. Then he realized that he shouldn't be playing his arrogant tricks with Mahadeva, sought his blessings, said that I'm always a devotee to you, and he left that place. As he left this place, Valmiki further describes Ravana's relationship with Vali. Initially, Ravana would go house after house, Rajya after Rajya, summoning people for a duel with him to say that I am more powerful. When Vali was performing Sandhya Vandanam in the seas, he disturbed Vali, and Vali said, I will be able to come on a duel with you after my Sandhya Vandanam. Ravana did not agree. So Vali kept Ravana in between the crevice of his armpit, flew to the eastern sea, gave one argyam, flew to the southern sea, gave one argyam, flew to the western sea, gave one argyam, and finally dropped Ravana down. Then he asked, are you ready for a duel, Ravana? Ravana knew the prowess of Vali now. He said, no. I just came to talk to you. You think I've come to fight with you? No, Vali. I know about your power. See, from today onwards, look at Ravana's characterless statement. He says, Daraha putraha puram rashtram bhogachadana bhojanam sarvam eva vibhaktam no bhavishyati harishvara. My dear Vali, know from today, I have come to strike a chord of friendship with you. Daraha putraha puram rashtram. From today onwards, Vali, whatever Rajyam I own, it is also equally owned by you. You also have a fair share in it. At the same time, whatever riches I have is yours. Whatever Rajyam I have is yours. Whatever riches I have is yours. But it doesn't stop there. He says, Daraha putraha. My wives are your wives. So, this kind of a characterless, imprudent statement by Ravana told to Vali is invoked in this Uttara Kandam, which is the 22,000th first verse, 22001. Daraha putraha puram rashtram bhogachadana bhojanam sarvam eva vibhaktam no bhavishyati harishvara. After describing the flashback, the past of Ravana, there are many incidents further in Uttarakandam, like the banishment of Sita seeking asylum at Valmiki's feet when she was pregnant, and during the gestation she is staying in Valmiki's ashramam, and meanwhile Madhu's son called as Lavana troubling people in the Madhuvana region, Ravana sending Shatrughna for the annihilation of Lavanasura. the victorious Shatrughna marching to Valmiki ashramam, oblivious of the fact that the pregnant Sita, his sister-in-law, is in that ashramam. That night when Shatrughna was there, the greatest of the devotees in the Ramayana, Shatrughna was there in Valmiki ashramam. That night, Yameva Ratri, that same night, Sita delivered her twin sons called as Lava and Kusha. While she was delivering the two sons, while her brother-in-law, the greatest of the devotees, Shatrughna, was there in the ashramam, that is when the 24th verse, which is our 23,000th first verse, is born. Yameva ratrim Shatrughnaha parnashalam samavishat tameva ratrim sitapi prasuta darakadvayam. She gave birth to the two sons, Lava and Kusha. Darakadvayam, says this particular verse. So thereby we have completed the 24 aksharas, which is prachodayat, in this episode. So we have completed or covered all the 24 letters of the Gayatri mantra through the 24 verses of Ramayana. But what is the phalam? What is the fruit? Idam Ramayanam Kritsnam Gayatri bija sanyutam trisandhyam yaf pathe nityam sarvapapai pramuchyate. So whoever has heard these episodes, he says sarvapapaihi pramuchyate. All the papams that we have committed will be washed away because of listening to Gayatri Ramayanam. That said, what we need to further understand is how did the Yuddham happen? We have long left in Yuddha Kandam between the Yuddham that transpired between Rama and Ravana. How did that Yuddham happen? Did Rama manage to kill Ravana? After Ravana's death, how did Mandodari, Ravana Patni, accept this very saddening news of Ravana's death? Was Sita accepted directly? And if not, why was Agni Pariksha done? Is it right for a great character like Rama to have doubted Sita's chastity, her purity, her pativratyam? Did Sita accept this, or did she didn't like this concept? How did the Pattabhishekam happen? All these are very important episodes which we shall do in the last few episodes, the forthcoming episodes from the next one onwards.
Jayatyashruta santrasa dhvanta vidvamsa nodayah prabhavan sitaya devya paramavyoma bhaskaraha. Ramayana is such a beautiful itihasa sreshtham that links different parts of Bharata Desham, and just not Bharatam, different parts of the subcontinent. 292 episodes in simple English for 15 minutes every day on the Ramayana. We began on the Rama Navami and we are going to conclude on the Makara Shankaranti Uttarayana Punyakalam. This is a lamp that you see in front of me. My great grandfather, my mother's father's father, Pundi, Sri Rangaswamy Iyengar, used to recite the verses of the Valmiki Ramayana religiously every day for 365 days a year for a period of 40 years. And this is the lamp that he used to light. And here are the two bound books which are over 100 years old, which he used to read the verses of the Ramayana from. And here is the wooden stand, the book stand that he used to keep the Ramayana in. Fortunately, I have bequeathed all of them. My great-grandfather was called Pattabhirama Iyengar. My maternal grandfather was called Veera Raghavan. My daughter is named after Sita Devi as Kshitija. Everything in our family has an association with the Ramayana. I am sure, 100% sure, each of you will have an association with the Ramayana, either with a name, either in the form of a book, either in the form of a lamp, either in the form of a beautiful murti of Rama, either in the form of a beautiful painting of Rama. So let's use the hashtag Ramayana for us and tag and let us know how much each of us have loved Rama, Sita, the entire Rama Parivar and the Ramayana. This is a moment which we can create with very little efforts from our side till the inauguration of the grand Sri Rama Janmabhoomi temple. Jai Shri Ram.
Namaskara Mastikas, and tentatively scheduled to travel to Abu Dhabi and Dubai in the Met February, to 7 cities in the countries of Australia and New Zealand, namely Adelaide, Perth, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Auckland and Wellington between the 25th of February and the 25th of March, and scheduled to travel to Singapore either in the month of April or January, and later I'll be rendering discourses in New Jersey, Boston, Maryland, Pittsburgh, and then in St. Louis and Indianapolis in the month of July. I'm sure you would love to share this message with your friends and relatives. Dear Astika reader, I'm happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.